Hello everybody, and welcome to Evermizer Weekly Seed number 4 for the year 2025. We got a matchup today between Black Sliver and Leoned. We're about to kick it off. There we go. Let's take a look at our settings. We have an easy difficulty, and we are looking forward to a short boss rush at the end of this whole thing. All accessible, so you can get everything, or access to all of the locations in the game. Our energy core is shuffled somewhere into the game. Somewhere into one of the checks here. Pool checks on bosses, random checks on Gourds, and Sniff checks. Alchemy is vanilla. We have a random pool strategy. Excuse me, a random pool strategy. Sniff ingredients are vanilla. Alchemy formulas are fully randomized. Call bead spells are swapped. And we have quite a smattering of glitches allowed. Infinite ammo for the bazooka. Atlas glitch. Wings. Leoned and Sliver now getting slapped around by this flower. Trying to get the skip to get into the village and skip the raptor fight in the cutscene at the beginning. Sliver's missed it. Unfortunately, the dog was not high enough up. Leoned does get through and is getting dragged into the woods. Sliver is going to have to redo this opening area. Loses about a minute there. Let's look at our experience gain. 162%, not very high. Money gain, 230%. What? A lot of money. Not a whole lot of leveling going on, but a lot of cash. So let's see what we start picking up here. If anything is interesting that we pick up here on Leoned's screen. Sliver, let's see if he nails this second hit. He does. He gets the skip. So yeah, lost. Not much, actually, since he went back through and did stuff pretty quickly. Lost maybe 40 seconds there. Infinite ammo on and the cryoblasts are just there. All right, so now it's a mad rush to get to Act 3, or find the second bazooka out there. You either go to the shop in Ebon Keep and get the guaranteed bazooka, or you just, get lucky and find the other bazooka just kind of out there. There's an amulet of annihilation. The energy core's in the starting area. Hilarious. All right, well, that's the access to the boss. Fantastic. This is going to be a pretty jet seed, considering we don't have sequence breaks, but we do have a bunch of bazooka ammo. And there's the energy core for Sliver. Leoned is now knocking on the door at Elizabeth's hut. Sliver has a couple more huts to go through himself. So we have the end game required item with the energy core already in our possession. So now it's just getting up to space. And honestly, going to Act 3 and getting a bazooka, and then just starting to burst down some bosses. Call bead found as well in one of these huts. They have access to some more damage output early in the game. Oh, the gauge has also been found. Did Leoned pick that up? No, he hasn't been to that house yet. Wow. So 2 of our 5 required items to complete the game are just in the Prehistoria, opening Firehigh's village. Energy core and the gauge are just in the Gourds. Awesome. Cool. And particle bombs are also in Elizabeth's hut. Well, you have your choice of infinite ammo. Leoned, you need to turn around. You go back and get that gauge real quick. That is importante. All right, so we have 2 types. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter that we have the particle bombs, because we have the cryoblasts. Infinite ammo. So now it's just get a bazooka and start blowing up bosses. And also, because Alchemy, I think I may have said this wrong. Sniff ingredients are vanilla, Alchemy formulas are fully randomized, and call bead spells are swapped. I may have said that wrong at the beginning. Anyway, whatever. out in the world now, and we're also doing, you know, once again, a reminder, short boss rush and easy mode. We have a lower than usual experience gain, still higher than the vanilla game, 162%. A 230% money gain is awesome. A little early leveling right here against the flowers and the skeleton snails. Gotta be a little careful because you are level 1 or level 2 right now, so these things can hurt. There's a level for Leoned's dog. So there's a little early grinding right here to get some levels and get some cash. Leoned hits level 3 and decides that's enough for me, and is going to go get his Jaguar ring. Oh my gosh, I was looking at what was in the gourd there. I mean, he hasn't marked. Leoned hasn't marked, so I guess Levitate was there. Oh, Sliver has it too. Where was Levitate? Oh, was Levitate from Elizabeth? Instead of learning Flash, because Alchemy is randomized. Yeah, I guess that's what it was. That's all I can figure. Alright, Sliver's taking a little bit more time to level up against these skeleton snails here in the Badlands before going to even get the Jaguar ring. Leoned is now into the bug muck and talking to the hardball alchemist. Yeah, that is another thing. We don't have sequence breaks on, but we do have Levitate. And Double Drain, okay. And Levitate requires... what was that? Vinegar and crystal? Okay. The Atom Smasher. God, the early part of this seed is just absolutely stacked. Holy hell. Sliver now picking up his Jaguar ring just as Leoned is getting to the big bug. So, a good ways out in front. Also, not only just because he, you know, didn't level as much against the skeleton snails, didn't spend as much time doing that, but also, you know, Sliver took that death trying to get the raptor skip at the beginning and cost him about 40 seconds. Now Sliver's on his way down through the Badlands towards the bug muck. These are a couple of gourds that Leoned did not check. Nothing really important, just some ingredients. So Sliver will be picking up his Atom Smasher here in just a second, which will really help out with dealing with the maggots. Three meteorites. All right. And Leoned's not even going to bother going down the last ramp. And he is into the first boss arena. There's the Atom Smasher for Sliver. And so while Sliver is now headed towards the big bug, he picks up a call bead. Leoned is starting his fight against Thrax. Whoop, careful there. You are still level, like, 4 right now, so... and have no armor. So let's calm down a little bit. You can still get easily taken out. Oh, even by the grubs. Sliver now inside of the big bug. Leoned is... he's playing it really dangerous right now. Swap into the dog. The dog gets screamed at. Dog is down. But the dog can still tank damage because you can just swap to the dog. You want to kill some of those grubs or something like that. They'll level up like mid-boss fight or something. I don't know. Big hit there. Sliver. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's acid rain, and he's surrounded by maggots. Ooh, he's got to use... he's got to use a nectar. Yeah, even though, once again, easy difficulty and having that Atom Smasher, you know, Leoned came in here pretty early and is getting... He's getting the business right now. 113 damage is a big hit. It's about 20% of the heart's health in one swell foop. Leoned's almost done. The ribcage is cracked open now. And down goes Thrax just as Sliver is starting his fight against the boss, the big bug himself. So, Leoned did not take a death. That's good. He did use most of his healing. Yes, Sliver used Levitate. Oh, he's checking to see. He's got Confound, Time Warp, and Regeneration. Energize found off of the boss. Huge. Sliver confusing the heart and the left arm of Thrax. And I think maybe a maggot as well. I don't know. Ooh! Triple kill. Sliver also getting down to a sliver of health. Going and knocking on that rib cage while Leoned is now headed out the back. And is skipping Gourds. He's done checking Gourds right now. Is what it seems like. Alright, revving up to take a swing. Oh, the dog got a hit. And so, there's not as much damage as Sliver was probably hoping to do. Leoned now speaking to the Acid Rain Alchemist here on the riverbanks. And learning Flash. Flash is not happening. Energize, Grease, and... not Vinegar. What's the other one? Oh, down goes Thrax for Sliver. Ethanol. That's what I'm thinking of. Oh, now he's going to pick up these. He's trying to. Honey, Dry Ice, Magic Aura. That's it. He's not checking anything else. Alright, Sliver picks up his Energize from the boss fight and is about to set Strongheart free from his cocoon. Leoned has made it back to the village to see where he decides to go first. Gonna go speak to the Alchemist here that spawns after the Thrax fight, here to the west of the village. Nitro! Okay, is it castable? Yes! Well, kind of gunpowder is no. Can't really... I'm trying to... Is gunpowder available in Act 3? I think that is only available in Act 4 for purchase. I may be mistaken. But I think that gunpowder is not available for sale until you reach Omnitopia. Alright, Sliver now running along the cliff sides on his way to the Acid Rain Alchemist, and Leoned coming back to the southern jungle to pay Strongheart a visit. Picks up acorns, play, and lance. Okay. So received lance is not learned lance, so that is the actual lance. So we have a throwing weapon. All right, and it's strong enough to get into the Megatar fight. Leoned deciding to spend a little money on some vinegar here, just to make sure. I believe that was for Levitate. The Levitate was requiring that. So that is everything with the opening sequence that Leoned wanted to deal with. Let's see if he decides to stick around in Act 1 or head to Act 2 and get the timer started in the Nobilia Bazaar and talk to Blimp and all that stuff, or if he just wants to go straight to Act 3 and get his bazooka, since he has those cryoblasts. Sliver now on his way, or does he want to get stopped trying to get to the Windwalker by this very, very strong plant? Sliver gets his nitro, turns it on, and goes, well, gunpowder, we'll see. We'll see if I pick up some gunpowder. Maybe not. Alright, Leoned finally makes it past that brute of a flower. And he is moonwalking in the Windwalker. You can do both. You're allowed to do both. And he's headed to Nobilia is what it looks like. Yep. Sliver makes it to the Windwalker as well. Let's see where he decides to go. Oh, and he picked up the Lance as well. No, he didn't go visit Strongheart. He does not have the Lance. Ooh. Interesting. So Leonid will be able to move about a little faster. The animation, the running animation for the boy is a little quicker when using the Lance. But the other thing is that Leonid does have access to the Megatar fight. And we'll see if that matters. Leonid picking up Escape. Sliver about to do the same. They're both on the same screen right now. Escape is castable. 2 oil, 1 crystal. And since we have the wings glitch, Escape may be good to use to actually get out of, like get through an area, and saving those wings for making yourself invincible during combat. Yep. Sliver has not exchanged money. There we go. There's some cash. Leonid gonna go and talk to the fishmonger, see what he learns. Learns Drain. Double Drain was not castable. Drain, not castable. 2 Atlas medallions and a root. Not happening. All right, Leonid headed south through the desert. Sliver also picking up Drain, not even looking at it. Didn't even get to see what it was. And Sliver's actually headed back to the Windwalker. Let's see if, is he trying to do, Leonid's trying to do the rock skip. There we go. Gets the rock skip and plunges into the pit to start the blimp cutscene here at the beginning, which will move him towards getting Crush. And also opening up a couple of gourds and getting access to, like, you know, everything down there to the south. Sliver is headed up to the sky. He's turning around. He's headed to the... Oh, he's thinking, yep, Act 3. Come on over and get your bazooka. Start benefiting from having those infinite cryoblasts as soon as possible. Sliver making a hard save. Smart move. Firepower from Leonid. Gunpowder again. No. And limestone. Regrowth also requires... First of all, not a great spell. Also requires an amulet. Or an Atlas medallion, whatever. There's a Mammoth Guard. There's Call Up. Have some extra call beads on hand, maybe? No. Dry Ice and ethanol. Pretty garbo. Sliver taking stock of what all he can cast and how long, and he's about to start. This is going to be a tough fight. He's pretty low level right now. Yeah, he has the Atom Smasher, but I don't know what else. Leonid throwing Time Stop down. I don't know what that, just because. But yeah, Sliver using the Wings glitch, which is available. Make himself invincible. Yeah, Leonid skipping all of the Gourds, all of Crustacea. Bringing over the elevator, he's going to check the Drain Alchemist lair. The dog goes down. All right. Sliver just has these dancing fools to deal with, and Leonid talking to the Drain Alchemist. Let's see what we get here. Dino Skin. So Leonid's picked up a couple of early pieces of armor, hasn't equipped them, is going to load up on some ethanol. And he's going to feel real good about it. Ooh, baby. Sliver finishes off the last of the stained glass enemies. He's about to gain an audience with clean Blue Garden. No, this is Dirty Blue Garden. Clean Blue Garden is in Ivory Tower. Queen Blue Garden. Leonid throwing himself into the pit. Oh, the dog taking 43 damage on the way down. Also checking out to see what spells she has. Oh, we have Plague. Okay, awesome. I don't know what it... I've never used Time Stop or whatever that is. Oh, and Leonid getting Electrobolt And the bazooka. Okay, there we go. So the bazooka was on Madronis in Horse's camp. So Sliver is headed towards the, and so that's just good luck. And 500 gold. Hey, you know what? 500 gold. Gonna talk to Neris real quick. Sliver was just headed towards the guaranteed bazooka, and it was a good play. However, you can be as good as you want, but if the other runner is lucky and just stumbles across 3 more call beads, stumbles across the other bazooka, then, you know. What are you going to do about it? Hardball! Oh boy, Neris, you shouldn't have. Okay. Alright, here we go. This is what Leoned has access to that Sliver does not, because he did not go to talk to Strongheart and get the lance. Sliver now coming down into the dungeon of Ebon Keep and is turning on some wings glitch. Leoned pelting the Minotaur with bazooka shots. Getting confounded. He just wants to... There we go. Okay. Megatar down. Nice amount of money gained. Super nice. And is it a good check? No. I mean, speed is okay. Speed is fine. But it did not lead to the wheel or a diamond eye. So, Sliver can rest easy, knowing that that is not... Speed is a nice spell. Now, it may not be castable. It may require dry ice and meteorites or something like that. Sliver casting Plague. There's 1 up for Leoned. Speed is 2 iron, 1 mushroom. So castable, purchasable items in Act 3. A little expensive, but doable nonetheless. And so Sliver just has the guard bot to take down, and he will gain access to the town of Ebon Keep and be able to get his bazooka. Leoned with the unconscious dog slowly lumbering him across the bridge. Sliver and his pup are bullying this guard bot in the corner. Oh, he's escaped! Ah, panic! Where'd he go? There he is. He's behind that pillar. Leoned now taking to the sky in the Windwalker. Let's see where he decides to jet off to. Alright, guard bot down for Sliver. Leoned coming back to Act 1. And Leoned should have access to everything else here. Has Levitate, so can get into the volcano. Sliver skipping all of the Gourds, does not care. And is going to be purchasing probably a dog collar here and picking up his guaranteed bazooka. Hopefully he has enough money to change over to buy something. I'm sure he does. Alright, Leoned doing the mini-boss fight here with the raptors in the cave. Oh, Sliver actually buying some armor for himself, getting a bazooka. There's super heal for Leoned, which is nothing. Dog color. And are you... Where's the... Yeah, you bought Shining Armor. Yeah, you have a Mammoth card. Yeah. Order that shit on. Alright, both of our runners now have bazookas. No other big checks have been cleared. No other big ticket items. Leoned now on top of the volcano talking to the Levitate Alchemist. And Sliver has now decided to go through the chests in the town, even though he skipped the first level. Sting! 2 clay, 1 meteorite. Nope. Those bees ain't happening. Sliver speaking to Lance after breaking into his house and riffling through all of his possessions. Gets a mud pepper. Do you remember what you have? Leoned's gonna cast... Oh, escape works like wings. Huh, this is a thing. I guess I hadn't seen people use it before for that. And obviously wings, you know, escape gets you out of a dungeon. But cool that escape actually works like wings for the wings glitch as well. Did not know that. Fireball, Cyber has just subscribed for 52 years. What? I didn't even see what... I'm sorry. I got distracted. I have no clue if Fiber is castable. Fireball is castable. Speaking of fireballs, Leoned spitting some hot lead down there against these Vipers and their commander. Oh. Watch it. He's squirrely. He's rolling. You can't stop him. Oh, you stopped him. Dang. Lightning Storm. An excellent spell. Sliver switching over to the Cryoblast to get ready for his fight against Verminator. There's the Night Basher. Oh, boy. So now Sliver has access to Gomi Tower. He also hasn't changed back to the bazooka, but he'll find that out soon enough. All right, now he's swapping back over. Misses the first shot. Leoned learning Atlas. Atlas is two mud. I mean, it'd be expensive. 2 mud pepper, 2 limestone. Atlas glitch is in play, but you already have the bazooka and infinite ammo with the cryoblast. So, like, yeah, you also have the, you know, the atom smasher. You can be dishing out a good bit of damage, but not a big deal. All right. Verminator goes down for Sliver, picks up a good bit of gold, levels up. Leoned is about to head into the volcano. What do we get? The bronze. Oh my gosh, look at all these fucking axes. Sliver picks up the bronze axe off of Verminator right after picking up the Night Basher in the basement. Oh boy. So Sliver has, unfortunately, a lot of access right now. A lot of access. Yeah, I did it. Which is not really what you want. Like, you think about it in randomizers, you go, oh cool, I can do so much stuff. But really, what you want to do is you want to get funneled into the right path. And when you get given 1,000 different options, you start second guessing yourself and you go, every single time you go down a path, you think about another path that you could have gone to, and the initial path leads to nothing worthwhile. You think, that is wasted time, that is wasted effort. There could be wasted resources, potentially, to accomplish whatever you just did that did not gain you anything towards completing the seed, and you just go, man, all of those other paths were better choices, because they weren't this garbage. So Sliver right now having the Bronze Axe and the Night Basher it's just a lot. It has opened up, and it's getting them back to back. It's opened up too much stuff too quickly. Leoned picking up some gunpowder there. Neat. And a mud pepper. Not terribly helpful. But he's on his way to his second Viper Commander fight, while Sliver is headed into the swamp. Go towards the Salabog fight. And he's skipping all of these gourd checks, just obliterating that one Frippo. And he's headed into the boss fight. And Leoned has shown up to take on the second Viper Commander. Takes him down, learns to defend. So not a worthwhile check so far here in the volcano. But he still has Magmar. Oh right, I forget that escape in the volcano kicks you all the way back to the bottom of the screen outside of it. It doesn't kick you back to the entrance or even back to this like foyer area right here that we're about to see. All right, Salabog goes down very quickly for Sliver. And Leoned is back inside the volcano. He's ready to go to the back, to the sewers. He's going to be setting up the dog to do some skips here. Skip. Up. Not quite there. So instead he's going to send the dog much further away. There we go. That's plenty of travel time. Alright, and Leonid has skipped all the rocks and is back into the sewer, the back part of the volcano. Sliver about to get his reward from Blimp, and it is... nothing. Oh boy. So once again, it's like, oh, I could have gone 1,000 other places, and this place gave me nothing. Neat. Now, he's still in Act 1. He still has a lot of bosses to fight here, and he has wings, and he has escape. So he can, you know, quickly get from place to place. There's a lot of stuff that he can clear very quickly. But if you clear a bunch of junk quickly, all you do is you just waste time. All right. So Sliver's probably about to go up the side of the volcano. Leonid has made it back to the back rooms of the inside of the volcano. Oh, Sliver's not going up the volcano. He's headed to the Mammoth Graveyard immediately. Interesting. Yeah, he hasn't done the Raptor Cave. So, I mean, that's a boss check. Maybe he's just coming here first because this is 2 checks. It's a boss reward and an alchemy check. That's all I can figure. He's just going for density. Wings glitch for Leonid, and he's ready to start his fight with Magmar. Should be just a couple of shots. There's one. Waiting for the 100%. Boom. Magmar down. And Leonid will be going through the cutscene and being sent back to Act 2 in just a moment. Sliver picking up his Lightning Storm. Leonid picking up Crush. Both of our runners holding their boomsticks aloft, praising the gunpowder gods above. So Leonid has now done everything in Act 1 except for Salabog, which we know is nothing. Sliver has the entire volcano to go through, has climbing the volcano to deal with. Also, I wonder if he's thinking about, oh, I need to go and visit Strongheart, because he has something that I didn't pick up, which is the Lance. Which isn't anything, so actually, like, he doesn't want that, because he doesn't want more options. He wants the game to go, go here, do this next. You have to. Alright, Sliver doing the mini-boss fight here in the Raptor Cave. I forget what the check is here. It's nothing astounding. Super heal. Leonid washes up on the shores of Crustacea. And is Sliver going to climb up the top of Volcano? Yeah, he's going that way. Yeah, he's going to check that. Oh, so this is, okay, this is what I messed up when I was reading stuff. The vanilla checks, alchemy is vanilla for the checks, but the alchemy formulas are randomized. Wait, this doesn't make sense. You think that I may have copied something down wrong in this setup. I'll have to look that up. Leonid on his way through the desert, back to Nobilia. Picked up a laser lance from somewhere. I missed that for a second. I was looking over it. I wonder if that was from the from Sting, or possibly talking to Blimp again. I did not see where he picked that up. Not a big deal. It's not a critical item. So Leonid has come back to Nobilia to start the fight against Vigor. Oh, I see what I've... Yeah, so I've read this written down wrong here. Is that... And I'll need to fix this in the, text file that I have that I normally copy over to the video description. Let's see what we pick up here. Anything? Nothing. Alchemy and boss drops are pooled. Gourds are randomized and Sniffs are randomized. But the pool strategy is random. So that's why alchemy checks are being checked. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll just need to change that. I was wondering, like, I have something wrong here in the information that I've copied over. All right, this is Sliver's first time coming to the southern part of the desert, since he spent all of a big portion of his time going into Act 3 to kill Verminator and get the guaranteed bazooka. He's about to go through this long cutscene here. And Leoned, starting his fight now, bazooka ready, locked and loaded to take on Vigor with infinite cryoblasts. A fair fight. Bam. There's one. Bam. Done. A spider claw. Neat. Okay, so we've seen all of the axes now. Sliver on his way to the beekeeper. Go, Everpepper, go! Zoom. Ah! Poison. Hate to see it. Sliver picking up a spiky collar, kind of unnecessary. There's a revive off the beekeeper. Sliver gets the rock skip and is headed into Nobilia. And is about to start his fight with Vigor as well. He's gonna get... Oh, maybe not. Whoa. Wait. I don't know with... I think it was just a mistake that he just, like, backed out. That was an accident. Leoned headed south. There we go. Getting the rock skip. Winding back. Gonna go talk to Blimp, since he has a new alchemy spell. This is normally the... Oh, Force Field is nice. This is normally the, Revive. Leoned taking stock of his alchemy ingredients, as well as the combinations that are needed to cast different spells. Sliver, so going through this cutscene here, and is about to have every axe in the game. Leoned has enough for one Atlas cast. I wonder if he's going to try to get the Atlas glitch. Yeah, it looks like he's going to do it. I guess if he gets it, I talked about this last week during the race. Oh, he gets poisoned immediately. Very lucky. That, how much time do you want to spend trying to get the Atlas glitch when you could be moving forward, especially if you have the capability to move forward and kill bosses another way? Leoned trying to bully this guy. He gets plagued. Very lucky. There's his Atlas. Oh. Reset. Something messed up. Maybe he meant to cast something else before doing that. I don't know. But I look at it and I go, okay, you have the bazooka. You have the infinite ammo glitch. You already have, like I said, the bazooka and the cryoblasts. Why do you... Yes, it's faster in the final boss fight, of course. But, like... Okay, how much time? When did he start doing this? Is he going to try again? Yeah. If you can nail it the first, maybe second try, neat. And if you get good RNG on the spiders and everything like that, cool. But if you have infinite ammo, and you already have the cryoblast, and you already have the bazooka, I don't know. I just feel like... Go do that. And he's bailing on this idea. There we go. Yeah, give up. You already have so much damage output. Go forth and blow holes in your adversaries. Oh! Sliver. Swing and a miss. Uh-oh, getting bullied. Oh, getting bullied. Careful. All right. Down goes Vigor. Leoned taking to the skies, leaving Act 2, and headed to Act 3. Okay. So we've seen a lot of the same bosses fought. We haven't seen anything in the forest. We haven't seen the Drake. We haven't seen the boys on the bridge. We haven't seen the Foot Knight. We haven't seen, climbing Gomi Tower. We also have not seen, what else? The Pyramid. There are 2 bosses in there. We haven't seen the fight against the Mad Monk. We haven't seen the Coleoptera fight. And of course, climbing Gomi Tower leads to the Mongola fight. I think that may be all of the bosses. Probably forgetting one. And then, of course, getting 2 Diamond Eyes and opening up the whole Aegis. That's what I'm looking for. Like thread. Chain. So interesting that we started off with so much good stuff. Like immediately we had the Energy Core, we had a Gauge, we had Cryoblast, we had the Atom Smasher, we had Levitate. And now we're kind of crawling along. And we're looking to do different checks. And that's why they're skipping Gourds. Because I guess they found everything they need on Gourds. And looking at the actual thing, Alchemizers... or Alchemy checks and boss checks are pooled together with a random strategy, while Gourds are just randomized. So after finding that, the Gauge and the Energy Core in Gourds, I think, normally Gourds have 2 key items. That would be 2 key items. Leoned gonna come talk to Neris, see if he gets hardball. He does! How lucky, how fortunate. Sliver looks like he is on his way to the volcano. And now Leoned is down in the dungeon of Ebon Keep. He's cast the Wings glitch on himself. Once again, both of the runners, with this being a short boss rush, and both of them already having the Energy Core that was shuffled into the opening village. I mean, going to space is an instant like, all right, let's go now. Like you just walk up to the machine, to the teleporter in the sewers. And just start your boss fight. You don't have to worry about going and talking to the professor. You don't have to worry about, really stocking up on anything since you have infinite ammo and the Atlas glitch. You just got to get going. Start blowing stuff up. There's the Laser Lance. Okay, that's where I missed it. The Laser Lance was... I think he picked up all of that stuff back to back, and since Leoned had already had the lance, I didn't really see it change from yellow to green, from the lance to the Laser Lance when he picked it up. Okay. Speaking of Lance, Leoned, speaking to Lance, gets a pepper. Not too thrilled about that. All right, here comes Sliver's second fight against the Viper Commander. And then picking up Fireball, doesn't even look at it. Sliver changing to the bazooka, puts it up to the Viper Commander's temple, misses, takes a second shot. The other Viper goes, "Get down, Mr. President," takes the bazooka shot for him. Finally, takes him down. All right, Leoned. Sliver's just gonna hoof it back out. He's not gonna wing. And Leoned is now, he's skipped the gourd check. So hopefully, okay, so now we're seeing the opposite thing. Leoned did not pick up, open up the gourd in the basement right before the Verminator fight. So he has missed out on that Night Basher. Just like Sliver missed out on the early lance. He has a laser lance now, though. I'm pretty sure, like I said, the axe, the Atom Smasher, I don't think gets, like, unlocks areas the same way that the Bronze Axe and the Night Basher do. I may be mistaken about that. I think the Atom Smasher can break rocks. Well, then if so, it should be able to allow you to climb Gomi Tower. But I think the Bronze Axe is, like, unique in cutting down doorways in the pyramid. All right, both of our runners inside of different sewers in different timelines. Leoned running through the sewer underneath Ebon Keep, headed towards some checks that we have not seen yet. The Drake check, going through the forest and everything like that. And we'll see in just a second whether or not that Atom Smasher can actually do anything. He's not using it to cut open any of the rocks here, so seems dubious. Sliver about to start his fight against Magmar here, and will be sent back to Act 2 after this fight. He's not going to be picking up anything important either. We've already seen Leoned do this fight. We need 3 more items. The wheel and 2 diamond eyes. Leoned switching over to his bazooka and is ready to fight the Drake. Sliver takes down Magmar very quickly. The Drake taking a second shot. And down goes the Drake as well. Let's see if we get anything worthwhile here, other than a ton of money, of course. Always nice to pick that up. A diamond eye. Okay, finally, we have progression. After like the last half hour of nothing. We finally got something. All right, Leoned winging to the midway point. Fighting the bad boys on the bridge here in the forest. Sliver blasting off again. About to head to the river cutscene. Oh my gosh, the dog taking a big slash. And then immediately leveling up. Oh, dog taking another slash. There we go, okay. The bad boys go down. And Sliver and his pupper are dropping down over the waterfall right now. What do we have? All right, Leoned's on the path. Do. Leoned. 2 bosses back to back. 2 more hard required items with a diamond eye and the wheel. But where is... So there are 2 more diamond eyes in the pool. There are 3 total in the pool, and that's every seed. That's just how it is. Ooh, Leoned's headed back into... He's like, should I go and check out to see if the 1-up alchemist has something? So this is going to be quite the haul for him. But if this happens to be one of the other 2 diamond eye locations, then that's it. He's done. Sliver headed back to Nobilia for something. Let's see what. Uh-oh, Leoned standing there, thinking. Sliver's come back for some more wings. And Leoned is almost to the 1-up Alchemist. I think this is the screen right here. What do we got? Revealer. Neat, cool. You know what, if Revealer... I mean, that puts the Hall and the Pyramid in logic. If any of the hidden pathways ever get randomized, then Revealer becomes more useful. Yeah, you can brute force your way through or have the dog walk it for you, but... Alright, Leoned is casting Escape, it looks like, to get back out. Ooh! Alright, and up the stairs he goes to go to the chessboard to fight the Foot Knight. Sliver has come back to Act 3. This is good news. So this will push him towards the forest checks. Now, one thing that Sliver has that Leoned did not pick up is that Night Basher. We'll see if that's gonna wind up being important. Leoned starting his fight now with the Knight, the Foot Knight. And Sliver will be, I guess, fighting the Drake first. On his way to the sewer exit through the dungeon. Yep. Alright, the Foot Knight goes down. Leoned gets Barrier. Sliver, using the Night Basher to cut through some of those rocks, speeds up his traversal of the sewers. Breaks open the rocks barrier to get to Gomi Tower and immediately equips the bazooka and heads to the west to fight the Drake. This will be his first Diamond Eye right here. And Leoned has made it to Ivor Tower. Sliver getting Fireball cast on him and responding very quickly with a Wings glitch. Leoned thinking things through. Am I going to go ahead and try and get the Skeleton Key off of the woman in the vents? We'll see. Yeah, that looks like what he's going for. Diamond Eye found for Sliver, and he's about to pick up his wheel in just a second after taking out the boys on the bridge. Yeah, I guess Leoned thinks that, turning in this key is an alchemy check and could very well be a Diamond Eye. All right. Bad boy number 1, obliterated. Bad boy number 2, eviscerated. Bad boy number 3, atomized. Sliver will be picking up his wheel. I'm going to go ahead and plop that for him. There it is. All right, so now we're back to even. Leoned is out in front as far as advancement. Just like moving towards a new thing. Sliver, let's see if he decides to do what Leoned did and go back into the... Nope, he says, I'm gonna gamble and say that the 1-up Alchemist does not have one of the other Diamond Eyes. Alright, Leoned picks up the Skeleton Key. Sliver starting his fight against the Foot Knight, which will net him Barrier. 1, maybe 2 more shots here. There it is. So yeah, Leoned has picked up this Skeleton Key as a fetch quest, specifically just to turn in to the Lost Woman's husband. Because that's how you get firepower. And that is an alchemy check, and that could be a Diamond Eye. Sliver taking a second to look through all of his checks that he has left that he needs to deal with. Leoned also has like a bit of a mess in front of him because the dog has to come out of the vents, go through the whole cutscene at the banquet, get ushered down into the dungeon, then has to escape the dungeon, get caught by the guard, go talk to the robot Queen Bluegarden. So he has a long cutscene ahead of him So hopefully this is a diamond eye, because if it's not, this is a huge time sink. Not just the traversal of the vents to go and get this item, but then also the cutscenes that just get burned. Sliver is going to be doing the same thing, question mark? He's moving that way. No. Going down into the sewers. Interesting. Okay. This is certainly a move. I'm trying to think what Sliver wants to do here with this. So both of our runners are now on the same screen, yet again. Escaping from the prison here, underneath Ivor Tower. Oh, right, there's an alchemist down here. There's a corrosion alchemist to speak to. Send that puppy. Send that hyper puppy through the sewers. Zoom. So yeah, that makes sense that Sliver is going. This is a quick check that I can do with an alchemist. Waiting for the boy to make it to him. He's gonna see if he can swap talk to this guy. Oh my god, the gamble paid off. That's a diamond eye. Leoned's now on his way to do the same check. He will be picking up his diamond eye in the next like 20 seconds or so, 20 or 30 seconds. So they're both in go mode now. They're ready to go. Wow. Well, that was a great choice for Sliver to do that. And Leoned's gonna see this and go, man, I spent so much time doing this long check. There's his diamond eye. Both runners are now in go mode. Leoned has this key that is unused. Both of them will have to go through the cutscene here to speak to Blue Garden. But they are really close. Neither of them got the Atlas glitch off. Or Leoned was the only one that attempted. Sliver kind of looked at it and was like, nah. I'm not gonna. So it comes down to, I mean, Sliver is in the lead. But it comes down to, you know, how quickly you can take out Metal Magmar without him healing. Oops. Sliver accidentally walking back into the room again. But yeah, how quickly you can take down Metal Magmar, hopefully without him healing. And then, you know, sitting back and making sure that you're not missing a bunch of shots against Carltron Drobot. So both of our boys are now limping towards the finish line, stutter stepping their sprints. And we're coming up on an hour, and it's not going to be much longer than we will see GG's for both of them. Watch out for that. Watch out for the whatever that thing is called, the actual enemy, the armored hedgehog, out of the castle front lawn. Alright, Sliver threw himself down the well, wound up back at Horus's camp, is now on his way to the Windwalker. Oh, Leoned getting stopped by some of these baddies here. outside, dodges around them. He's fine now. Just needs to make sure he doesn't get killed by a dancing fool or something like that, or a spider, or a rogue. He's got a couple of more dangerous areas to go through. So he's just got to be careful he doesn't get slapped right here. Especially since he has not equipped any armor. He's going to heal. Okay, smart move. Smart move. He has not equipped any armor, and Sliver has. So Sliver has the knight armor on him. Sliver landing at Gomi Tower, or not Gomi Tower, at Tinker's Tower, Tinker's Workshop. And is disembarking as Leoned is getting into his Windwalker. Go and do the same thing. Here we go. We're going to space for both of them. Everybody ready to count down for Sliver? Here we go. 1. Alright, and Sliver blasting up out of the tube pokes a hole in Leoned's Windwalker as he scoots by, sending Leoned spiraling down into the forest below. What a disaster. Leoned's countdown. Equally expedient. Sliver hitting the teleporter. Winding up in the middle of Omnitopia and is ready to drop in and start his fight against Metal Magmar. Here we go. We have, yeah, like a 30-second difference. 20 or 30-second difference here. Wings glitch on Sliver. Cryoblast equipped. Leoned sprinting through the sewers. Sliver waiting for the TVs to all explode. Alright, here we go. Casting Energize on him and the dog. Leoned teleporting to the center. The dog helping out a little bit. Every little bit of damage counts towards taking down these bosses and also keeps the boss stun locked. Leoned making sure that he has everything ready to go. Metal Magmar down for Sliver. Metal Magmar showing up for Leoned. Sliver is way out in front during this boss fight. And it looks like this is going to be his. Leoned also firing away, getting a couple of misses. The dog not really participating. Unfortunate. Sliver's dog being a little bit more of a team player. Adding a little bit, just some sprinkles of damage in there as well. And that is it. Sliver is done with a time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 58 seconds. GG's to Sliver. Leoned will be finishing up his run in just a minute here. Is firing blindly to the south of the screen, trying to take out Metal Magmar. I see some numbers down there. Metal Magmar moves to the middle and starts healing. Oh no! I don't know how many ticks happened there, but that was unfortunate for Leoned. And the dog has passed. Alright, so it wasn't much. Alright, Metal Magmar is down. Leoned is still invincible due to the wings glitch. Just has to get through the short boss rush version of the robot of Carltron. It looks like Energize is worn off, but he's not going to pause and recast. He's just going to go for it. Firing shot after shot up the tailpipe of this robot. A couple more hits should do it. We're holding, we're waiting. Oh, another miss. Oh. Another miss! Oh my gosh, this RNG. Oh, there we go. There's some numbers. He jumped over that shot. That shot landed. Alright. And that's it. Leoned finishes with a time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, 35 seconds. A 1 minute, 37 second difference in these runs. GG's to both Leoned and Black Sliver. Wow. Yeah, very speedy seed here. having the energy core shuffled in and finding it immediately, and the gauge, the energy core and the gauge, both in the opening village in Fire Eyes Village. And then it was kind of nothing for a little bit. We just kind of wandered around. We did a lot of boss. We pretty much cleared Act 1. Nothing really there. We did a couple of boss fights in Act 2. Leoned going in and fighting the Megatarb since he had that early lance that he picked up from Strongheart after rescuing him. The Sliver did not go and pick up. Unfortunately, that didn't lead to anything, so that was a wasted time there. That's kind of what happened with Leoned, is that he, got that lance, went and made that check. It wound up not being lucrative. He thought, oh, well, I'll pick up this gold key, or the skeleton key, go turn it into the firepower alchemist. I'm going to rewind Sliver's thing here so we get a little bit more of his action. We'll just pick something there, which was a good idea considering that boss and alchemy checks were shuffled together. And then after doing that, was makes sense to go through the cutscene, talk to the corrosion alchemist, and then turn in the skeleton key. Corrosion alchemist wound up having it. Sliver not getting swayed by having that bronze axe or the night basher, did not go up Gomi Tower, did not go into the pyramid. So it wound up working out, yeah. So Leoned just did an extra check at the Megatar, which wound up not being anything, and then taking a very long check to get the skeleton key, which he wound up not even turning in. And that was a big time sink, unfortunately. But still, a very fast run by both of them, and a very fast seed for us. Yeah, that was a blast. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, dear audience, for tuning in and watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast of this pseudo race. If you would like to play the Evermizer yourself, there's a link below in the description of this video to the website where you can do one of two things. You can either load up a ROM into the website and get a seed generated through the browser, or you can download a standalone program to your computer and generate seeds that way. You can play the Evermizer yourself. If you have any questions about setting up the Evermizer, or if you want to run the weekly seed yourself, there is a link to the Evermizer Discord community, where if you have questions about speedrunning or questions about strategies or logic or anything like that, very friendly, very helpful community there. Come and say hello, and yeah, check it out yourself. Also, you should check out Black Sliver, who is the creator of the Evermizer, and Leoned. I've got links to their channels down below. You should go and give them follows and likes and subscribes and all that kind of stuff. Go and support them as well. Thanks to both of them, from me as well, for letting me reuse their VODs for this pseudo race commentary. That is it for me. Thank you so much once again for tuning in and listening and watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.